All right, making sure that everything's working here. Can you guys hear me? Oh. The microphone over here. Okay, you guys can hear the microphone. You can see me. What a blessing. All right, check this out. Welcome home, Bitcoin truth seekers. 1 second, I'm gonna send this out to one more spot where I usually share it. Sorry about that. All right, once again, let's try this. Welcome home, Bitcoin. Welcome home, Bitcoin. Welcome home, Bitcoin truth seekers. It is Wednesday, May 4th, 8:48 a.m. here in the Arizona desert. That's Pacific time zone right now. And the market's looking interesting. The world's crazy as usual. We're kind of in the eye of the storm with the tornado all around us. It's like a turbulent flight that all of a sudden gets a smooth spot and you want to relax, but you know more chaos is coming. You're hoping the wings don't break off, even though they never really do. We're going to make it, but man, the universe is crazy right now on many existential levels and physical levels. So let's check out the market, bitcoindailyreview.com. Always got more crap for you there. Check it out. I linked a lot of things that I mentioned, indicators I use, etc. So let's take a quick look at the crazy world and what's going on. Cops attacked, windows smashed during Roe versus Wade protests in LA. Stuff's getting crazy. And if you ask me, I'm not the kind of person who says that everything is a distraction that the mainstream media and the government puts out. But I think this kind of is. What a great way to get everyone's eyes off failing economy, food shortages, another, a failing, a collective West kind of failure in the Ukraine, petrodollar supremacy being lost, just so much going on. Basically, humans ultimately ascending very, very quickly. There's a peaceful revolution of consciousness, and crypto is a huge part of that going on. Well, you want to get everybody distracted from the good and beautiful and bad chaos in the world right now, brought to us by enlightened masters and absolute morons. Well, this is a great way to get everybody's eyes onto one thing, a never-ending cyclical argument that will never be solved, but just pisses everyone off no matter where your stance is on things. This is a great way to just drive human consciousness into a black hole and control them. So I'm not saying this is not an important issue, but don't get into it emotionally. Ignore this one. It will pass. All right. And talking about such things, Chuck Schumer kissing this child on Epstein Island. The veil has lifted. I don't know if that's really him. This is alleged, but I'm just saying that's gross if that picture is real, allegedly. Anyway, shit's heating up even more. All right. Also, Elizabeth Warren calls for insurrection on the Supreme Court in newly released video. I thought like January 6th was an insurrection and like the worst thing since like Pearl Harbor. But now but it's okay when like chicks in pink little jackets do it. And hats. All right. Speaking of rainbows, the rainbow chart analysis of Bitcoin since 2012. Who knows? All right. Interesting chart. I will put it in the live chat here. And as we look at this, it does say possible low this cycle that we're in right now, right about now, between now and the end of the year, kind of till about this covers like till October. So this little cycle here starts like August 16th, 2021 to October of 2022. Anyway, I put it in the live chat. You can check it out for yourself and see what you think. But it does show, predicted low could be low, as low as $18,000. Not saying we're going to dump, but this thing has been strangely accurate. Everything is a sawtooth pattern on the way up. Just kind of interesting. I'm looking at the market right, this morning. We're seeing some upwards action. Will it stick? We do have the whole FOMC. What is it? The Fed doing some coming out today. Are they going to be bullish or hawkish, dovish, or eagle? Or yeah, what are they going to do? I'm a little bit wary because whenever there's going to be Fed news, I have noticed sometimes the market does pump a little bit, and then when the Fed news comes out, one way or the other, it tends to dump. So it tends to be a run up before the news from the Fed. So just chill. I would not get too excited about the pump today unless it continues after the Fed makes their announcements and such, if they haven't already. If that settles and we're still on an uptrend, good. But I am worried this is just a somewhat common uptrend I've seen before the market corrects, dumps basically a little bit. Talking, so just for cents or two. But anyway, chill until that is over. I was trying to find links on it this morning and I just kind of didn't see them, and then I forgot. So anyway, just note we could see in this cycle right now, if you look at the rainbow chart, could we have a real dump right now? Bitcoin's having a hard time keeping that upwards velocity. Let's see what happens. Just something to keep in mind. Many TA people, I mean, I try to look at everything, and some people think, yeah, it's moon time because of this. Some think it's sideways time. Some people think it's like a big correction needed right now. Who knows? You never really know. Bitcoin's going to do what it wants, but just note, have some kind of a plan in case Bitcoin dumps. All right. One of my hardest lessons to learn in trading and in crypto trading especially is take profits and keep some USDC, some USDT, keep some money for, we all want to be all in things, but don't be. Not financial advice. I can't do that. But I'm just saying, have some dry powder at all times. Always be taking some profits and putting it in dry powder. So if we do hit 18K, rather than being devastated, you'll be unhappy with your portfolio a little bit, but at the same time, you'll be buying the bottom of that dip and you'll be making Lambo money as it recovers, because it will. All right. US oil today coming in at $105 a barrel. Boom. All right. US dollar strength index going sideways. Green, red, green, red, green, red. Now it's red, red for 2 days. Interesting. It's above all important moving averages. Dollar strength index crushing it, but going sideways now. Nothing really consolidates. It just gets ready to dump or pump. What's it going to do? Interesting times. I'm going to look at something else in just a second that may dictate which way the DXY is going to go. S&P 500 this morning was really putting some effort into getting out of that downwards trend. Last 2 days have been green candles. It's going to be making a bit of a bounce. It's below all important moving averages here on the daily chart. Right now, red candle, not quite keeping its upwards velocity. While we are here, let's look at the Russell 2000 index, same window. Russell 2000 index dumping today, cannot quite hold it. How about the Dow? Dow actually opened with a gap, it opened with, the body is sort of open with a gap, maybe just barely. Anyway, interesting. Dow definitely showed up ready for work today. So mix of green and red in the big indexes today. Looking at the US Tech 100, I think it's an important thing to look at. Does show, of course, the US Tech 100 companies. It's riding a downwards channel, hanging on. It's kind of holding on to that mid-range of the channel. There we go. That's what it's doing. Looking at gold, green day yesterday, green day today. Silver continues to completely friggin' plummet, coming in at $22.39 today. I don't know about you, but I'm kind of thinking, could you imagine getting some sub $20 silver? And why is it dumping like that? I mean, do you realize how missiles take 500 grams or something like that, ounces of silver, because it's like the quickest medium for the electronic boards, the wire. So I guess in a sense they use silver wire or something. Anyway, some missiles, and we're using a lot of those around the world today, and we're kind of depleting a lot of stockpiles. And I remember, I think it was either Raytheon or I forget who makes them. Well, a couple of companies make them, but they were saying how it would to ramp up to get production going to meet the demands now, because they're being depleted. It's not something they can just start kicking them out tomorrow. It can take them like a year to get ready to start building them again. So anyway, it just seems like silver should be in demand, if nothing else, for the great war effort. All right, so Russian ruble versus USD. Check this out. All right. Okay, Russian special operations in Ukraine begins right around here. Okay, now since then, looking at what do they call this indicator here? It's called a forecast. All right, stop that. Sorry about that. Okay, now, but check this out. So in 78 days, the ruble is up against the dollar 15.7%. So we had a massive V-shaped recovery. broke above the 200 and the 314 moving average on the daily chart. And this thing is just a rocket ship to Pluto against the dollar. Something is not right. I mean, if you're watching the mainstream media, supposedly Russia's just getting its ass kicked and the sanctions are crushing Russia. But so far, I'm not seeing that in the slightest. Anyway, take heed, note this stuff, because what is going on? This is not what the mainstream West media would have you believe at all. So the charts don't lie. Something is up. Do with this as you will. I did make it an idea out there on TradingView. I'm going to share it. Share it with your friends. Anyway, it's a good conversation starter. You know, you can say, we're crushing the ruble, aren't we? And then you show them this and they're like, oh my God, I guess we're not. Anyway, Bitcoin trading volume coming in at 3.3 billion today. Not bad. We're back above 3 billion. We were struggling to do that yesterday. Volume is increasing a little bit. I dig it. All right, checking out cryptometer.io. It says we are at, if it will render here, it can be very, very slow sometimes. Cryptometer, 4.5 billion. So wait a second, 3.3 billion versus 4.5 billion. Somewhere in the middle is the truth. I tend to trust Bitcoin trade volume more than cryptometer.io unless they're very close. Cryptometer.io might be smoking the crack a little bit this morning. Anyway, still, let's keep going. Looking at the markets. This is spot pairs on the big exchanges. Most are in the green today with significant percent gains. So this is good. We had, as you can see, on the 7-day graph, most were trailing off yesterday as far as volume, but now they're beginning to perk up. We might be seeing a bit of a turnaround here. That would be nice to see. Do note that the daily MACD earlier, a couple hours ago, did turn negative, turn positive. Good sign. We'll take a look at that. Binance derivatives, basically longs versus shorts with leverage, 48 billion. You want to be above 50 for a good day, 60 for a really good day, 70 for an outstanding day. Still very, very low, but we are up 18% last 24 hours. All right. Bitcoin charts here. This is over at live bitcoincharts.com. Bitcoin coming in at 39,030 this morning. That's wonderful. Looking at the top 100, most things are flipping green. Some of the top 100 are definitely green. Cardano, the soy milk of crypto coins, is coming in at 4.8% up recently. Let's see. Elrond, EGLD up 4%. Frax share, whatever that is, 8.6%. Anything else looking interesting? Oh, Zilliqa, ZIL up 11.6%. Oh, and Curve Dow, whatever that crap is. I don't know. Shouldn't give it a hard time. Tron, TRX, yeah, up 6%. Let's definitely, before we check out of here, check out Thorchain. Yes, Thorchain up 6.6%. So let's check out Thor, which is RUNE, and ZIL before we check out of here. So remind me if I forget. Okay. All right. All right. And a quick note from Akeda TV. This is Masaki over there. Akeda.com. Check this out. Will Smith, Inu, my bros. Next 1,000x pump. So you heard it from the source. Cardano needs to rebrand as ADA Inu. Oh my God, that would be a total Lambo play. And what else? Buying rubles would have been a good play a month ago. I know. And I was trying to buy rubles, but because of the sanctions that came out, I couldn't find a place to Forex do it. I totally wanted to buy that bottom. There are some ways you can actually like send there's some half-assed ways you can do it, but I just didn't trust those and I hadn't researched them enough. You can send like a dude who lives out there in Siberia a bunch of silver and he'll send you rubles, like the actual paper rubles. But I was like, no, I can't. I don't want to quite get that redneck rampage on it. Anyway, so Bitcoin. Now where's my charts here? Where did everything go? Okay, let's go. Okay, things are a little bit messed up here. Okay, that's over here. Okay, we're good. Sorry about that. A little bit of things went crazy for a second. This browser crashed earlier and I had to restart it, and sometimes that totally jacks up everything. All right, Bitcoin daily chart below all important moving averages still, but just starting to push that 20 WMA. That's cool. The 50 is not far above it there in green. Looking at the daily MACD. It's just hardly making that positive cross. So hold out. This could be a fake out. I think they call it FOMC, whatever is happening today. The Fed putting out data. I just don't know what. Sorry, I should have researched that more before I started, but I didn't see any news on it. They hadn't seemed to have said anything yet. So we'll see what happens. Watch for that news to come out. We'll see what happens then. So anyway, daily chart maybe beginning to show a little bit of life. Look at the 3-day chart. Yeah, this is why we need hard synth crypto derivatives for exposure to Forex and commodities. Yeah, BAO token, BAO token. You heard it here. All right. So Bitcoin 3-day chart. It's a green 3-day chart so far, which opened on the 4th, which was today. So far the 3-day chart has been green, still below the 200 moving average. That isn't too groovy, and the MACD with a slight tangent point, towards the upside now, turning. Still, we need to get that 3-day tangent looking a little bit more positive than that. So still, the big picture, that like the daily chart, the 3-day chart is still showing a good deal of downwards momentum. Maybe the daily chart will break positive. It has supposedly cross positive. I got an alert on it, but be watchful. Wait for this day to play out before you get too sparky. Okay, 2-hour MACD. How's that one doing? 2-hour MACD did flip positive, but that it's positive, but it's trailing off a little bit. It has gotten above the 50 moving average on the 2-hour chart. I like seeing that. It's doing some sideways action, playing with previous support and resistance in the chart, as you can see here. Definitely a place we could hold if things work out and continue moving up over that 200 moving average. So with that said, all right, daily chart, possibly possible. We just had so much downwards momentum and we've been below important moving averages on the daily chart. Really, I almost would say I'm not getting super sparky on Bitcoin until, actually the 12-hour chart's a very good one to look at, until we could actually break and hold above that 200 moving average on the 12-hour chart, which would be around like 41,000. It's a good place to look. You can kind of see right now where we are. If you look at the 12-hour chart, we are kind of playing with previous support and resistance. So it's not a bad place to be right now. 12-hour chart does have a positive MACD. I will note that, but still, something you could do is put an alert in for a 12-hour MACD. A 12-hour Bitcoin versus USDT chart crossing above the 200 moving average. That would actually be a very good indicator for me of a bullish market, getting back into a really bullish market. So as you can see, if you go back here, these crosses definitely have, of course, they can fake you out like here. But in general, the 12-hour, the daily MACD cross positive is really awesome. But also look at a 12-hour 200 moving average cross is also a good indicator of when things are going, positive and or negative. Just something to watch for the big time frames. So with that said, let's keep on rocking. Don't want to keep you forever. All right. Daily chart. This is not daily. This is going to be 45-minute chart for Bitcoin. Something very, very extraordinary and groovy did take place recently. As you can see here, we have broken above the 200 moving average on the 45-minute chart for Bitcoin. Got a blue diamond merit badge because within 1 to 3 candles, we did cross over the 200 and the 314. It'd be nice if the 200 could get above that 314 moving average. That would be groovy, but we have green directional index. The squeeze indicator here is positive. SMU binary candles is good. KRI is good. Stochastic RSI is showing we're probably overbought right now, and so is the weight for an oscillator by Lazy Bear. We're probably going to get a swing down. I mean, I'm not trying to be a downer, but we're probably not going to keep this. We're probably going to go back down, maybe make a bounce, or something actually rather extraordinary that could happen if Bitcoin can hit the testosterone patch or something. You might see a little bit of ranging between the 200 and the 314 and then a move up. But really, just looking at the overall daily chart and such, I'm just not seeing, and the volume today, it's a possibility it's being a new key, a new velocity upwards. But here's the thing: you really you can trade alts and you can make money. Alts are making money right now. You can see some that are really doing well. But I like to get a break above the 200 moving average with a blue diamond merit badge. That's very, very important. That comes from blockchain education, by the way, which if you go over to Bitcoin Daily View and scroll down, you can check out, where is it at? Blockchain education right here. Use my referral link. It makes me a few dollars. And there's also a YouTube here about it, which is an infomercial. It is a great group on there 24/7 in the chat. We'd love to see you there. It's a great group of supportive people all using a similar trading methodology to make mega gains. Okay. Now, with that said, I want to say above the 200 moving average and the 314 for 12 to 24 hours before I really feel like you're going to have a lot of great alt opportunity. I mean, you have alt opportunity whenever they pump, but overall, for me, you're more likely, I think, to make profit than hit stops the longer Bitcoin is above the 200 moving average on the 45-minute chart. So we're above it right now. If we can hold it, especially if that daily MACD can cross positive, 12 hours from now, 24 hours from now, if Bitcoin definitely holds about the 200 moving average on a 45-minute chart, keeps all the green Madrid ribbons, as you can see right here, this green square. Sorry about that. The green square here does show that we are positive with all the super guppy or Madrid ribbons EMAs. You can find that over at bitcoinlevy.com. It's an indicator on TradingView. Sorry about that. Gosh, I'm having like a meltdown here. Anyway, it could work. Let's check out 8 versus USDT. Just because this one ran so hard, as you can see, check this out. It ran so hard and then gave a lot back. Rode the 786. It just now actually got kind of bursty, hung out in the 618 golden pocket there, but now it's back down here. Anyway, just shows it's got some energy. It wants to run. So I'm going to keep watching this one because in general, the indicators, they're not quite a buy right now, but I'm going to keep watching this one. 8 versus USDT could become a player. Once again, it's always worth keeping an eye on things that, have retrace like that. Good, strong pump, good, strong retracement might be a spot to move back up again. All right, looking at Algo versus USDT. I like this one. It burst up and it's been holding. I kind of like this beautiful pattern here, holding above that 200 moving average. Much better than what Bitcoin is doing right now. As you can see, kind of riding that 314 a little tight. It's above the 200, but still, this is not as convincing as like Algo is right now. It needs to bounce off that 314 moving average and keep moving up. But the indicators actually show this one might be about to go. Stochastic RSI turning up, oversold. And which oscillator by Lazy Bear is about to also. When these two agree, you're looking good. KRI has not popped green yet. Let's see if it can do that. I'm going to keep watching this one. I want to see green in the directional index here. And I want to see the ADX begin to trend up above the heart line. Still not ready to get in yet, but this one could be a player. Now, let's look at ZIL and RUNE real quick. I wanted to mention this, Emp Money. This is something amazing I've gotten into recently. You can farm. I got a couple $100 in here. I'm going to have an interview with, I'm going to claim a little bit of rewards right here. I'm going to have a guy on probably tomorrow or the next or Tuesday where we're going to go over this in depth. I dig this project. It's doing amazing things. What I want to do over here is I'm just going to go to the detonator. You may not know what this is. It's fine. You don't even know what the detonator is. I just want to put this in the live chat right now, and it's in the video description. Transaction failed. Oh, okay, well, that probably gives you a lot of confidence in it. But anyway, I'm just mentioning this. Check it out. Hop on board. It's a lot of fun. I'm farming, and then I take my you farm EMP, you get e-shares, take your e-shares, put them into the boardroom. Then you can claim more EMP from that you're getting, and you put that back in the farm. It's this beautiful loop of massive profit. Nodes are a badass way to go. They have all different kind of size nodes, so you don't have to like put a lot of money in if you don't want the smallest one as a nano. And it definitely is making some people some money. We're going to go deeper into this in a video dedicated to this with an expert on this platform. It's going to be really wild. So we'll not belabor it, but get in here, make some money. Start getting familiar with it because we're going to really deep dive on that later. And you'll be glad you did. Not financial advice, just saying. It's what I'm doing. So ZIL versus USDT. I like it because you can play it on Binance, KuCoin, Bybit, Gate.io. How about Bittrex? Anyway, you can play this a lot of places. I like things that have the liquidity there. So Zilliqa versus USDT. This thing is running today. Let's check it out. Oh, I'm digging it. This is kind of okay. Dig this chart. Okay, everybody, get in here and check this out. This is what I love right here is charts like this. Okay, boom. You're giving a lot back. A lot has been given back. Okay, that's awesome. Got green directional index, ADX is climbing, screws indicators rocking, SMU binary candles are positive after being negative for a long time. KRI is off the charts, stochastic RSI, and we've oscillated by Lazy Bear are showing a little bit maxed out right now. So it's all about, can it hold that 200 moving average? It might just keep going. It might not. But here's the thing. Watch this one. It might just keep going and break that 314 for a blue diamond merit badge, or it might, and I would say more likely, probably find some resistance between those two and then break out. You got to just kind of watch it. But if we can kind of pump a little bit, go up, get support on that 200 moving average, and continue moving up, that's going to be wonderful. These indicators are looking good. The Stochastic RSI and which are not selected by Lazy Bear do show probably time for a little bit of a sideways. Maybe we'll run a little bit and then boom. I'm just going to watch this one. I might dollar cost average into a position. ZIL versus USDT. One thing I like about ZIL is that it is a real project. It is not a pure shit coin. Because some of the top 100, let's face it, kids, they're shit coins. All right. So what else? There was RUNE, Binance, KuCoin, Bybit, Polynex, Gate.io, Ascendex for the new agers, Sushi Swap. Okay, you can play this one so many different places. RUNE. Okay, I like RUNE too. As you know what I'm going to say. Look at that. Beautiful. Glory. Giving a lot back. Okay, now it might just be kind of faking us out, doing a little bit of push, like a little bit of a push like it did back there. But you got to watch. Directional index is in the green. Squeeze indicators in the green. SMU binary candles are good. KRI is looking good. Stochastic RSI and the wave not by Lazy Bear don't line up, but they're both showing. Probably we're going to have to retrace a little bit. If RUNE's really run before, I mean, you can see RUNE is definitely. If we bust out a 4-hour chart here and pull some data in, let's actually do just that real quick. And let's make this chart big so we can see. If you do a fib retracement, where are we? Boom, look at that. Oh my gosh, the glory. Look at this. This is wonderful. Hope you're seeing this. More exciting than a monster truck race. We've pumped a bit. We're back in the 618 golden pocket. If we can keep it there, that's wonderful. We're a long ways from the 200 moving average. On the 4-hour chart, that's only right above the 0.5 fib level. This all kind of works pretty darn well. I like this chart, like what I'm seeing. Let's go to 45 minute. Pull a lot of data in here. See if we can blow up this GPU and this computer here. This is wonderful. It definitely respects the fib levels quite a lot. The 0.5 fib level definitely has been sticky. So let's see if we can get above that. But on the 45-minute chart, we are just crossing that 200 moving average right now. The 200 moving average, where is it? 618 golden pocket. That is a wonderful place to bounce. Looking at the indicators, got to scroll out a little bit here so I can actually see them. Okay, if it can hold that 200 moving average, which it may not do, it may get smacked down. It is cooling off right now, but let's watch this one. RUNE versus USDT could definitely be a powerful play, but we got to see what happens. And I think one of the reasons why you're seeing a lot of charts like this for alts right now is because of this. Bitcoin pumped, and now it pumped powerfully, but now it's uncertain. We got Fed news coming out. Who knows what's going to happen? So gird your loins, Bitcoin truth seekers. Use the affiliate link. Get on the emp.money. You'll be glad you did. We'll be having an amazing in-depth deep dive on this thing. You'll be glad that you got yourself hooked up. Get your MetaMask attached. Get on the Binance Smart Chain. It's got to be on the Binance Smart Chain and MetaMask to make this happen. It doesn't really work with the Coinbase wallet. I tried. So get yourself together. And with that said, for every Bitcoin Satoshi you own, it is an optimistic vote for humanity. It says you believe in a wonderful sci-fi future, and I'm glad you're here. I'm glad you're part of the peaceful revolution, and maybe most importantly, for every Bitcoin Satoshi you own, a piece of shit banker cries. Now make that a piece of shit globalist cries. Yeah, both do. Take care.